Welcome to the Gratitude Podcast, where we discuss all things growth, personal development, and how to live intentionally and purposefully. This is season 3, episode 2, and today we're going to discuss extending grace to yourself and coping with depression. First things first, the majority of the season is going to be talking about extending grace to yourself because that is the current phase in my life that I'm in, extending a lot of grace to myself for everything that has been and everything that will be. And I think that when you extend grace to yourself, you are able to more easily extend grace to others as well and lead with more empathy in your life, which I think is a very, very important component, not only for you to have as an employee, but also as a human being. I realize the more empathetic I am towards people, the more empathy I get back. So, with all that being said, I'm currently in a season of my life where I'm dealing with seasonal depression, and it honestly has hands and it is stomping me out, but I'm still standing up strong every single day. And strong looks different every single day, but despite everything, I'm still grateful. And one thing that I have been implementing during the season of my life has been writing down 10 things that I'm grateful for. That was something that I had stopped doing for a little while. I'll just kind of wake up and I'll be like, all right, thank you, God, for another day. I'll go through my day and I'll be like, thank you, God, like mentally, thank you, God, for the food, the people that brought these ingredients to make this meal for myself. Thank you, God, for me having a good day. Thank you, God, for me getting back home safe, all these things, but I hadn't written it down. And when I started writing it down, it started helping me really look and acknowledge like, oh snap, like there was really so many blessings in the day. So if you're somebody that's dealing with depression or seasonal depression, whichever one, I encourage you to write down 10 things that you are grateful for every single day. It may be a little difficult in the end, but it doesn't have to be something that you really think too hard about. um, some things that I've written have been: I'm grateful for clean water, access to clean water. I'm grateful that I'm able bodied. I'm grateful that I'm alive and I'm well. I'm grateful that I'm able to move my body. I'm grateful that I'm able to go to the gym. I'm grateful that I have the ability to cook and make nutritious foods for myself. I'm grateful that I have family. I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head. All of these things. So just some inspiration for your journaling when your time comes to write down the 10 things that you're grateful for. And if it does seem a little bit overwhelming to write down 10 things that you're grateful for, go ahead and start with one thing, two things, whatever it may be, whatever number you feel comfortable with, start with that. On top of that, I've been sleeping more. Anybody that knew me in undergrad, specifically my girls that lived with me, knew that I used to be nap queen. I used to take a lot of naps. I stopped taking naps after undergrad, but I have been in my siesta mode. I have been taking a bunch of naps. I've been sleeping a whole lot later. Every single day I've been waking up, not every single day, but most days I wake up with low energy. And I think that is just, it could be medical reasons, but my medical things have been good, thank God. But I think that it's just mourning everything that has been in. Just being so exhausted from having my foot on the gas this whole entire year. So extending my grace to myself in that way, sleeping more. For anybody that may be feeling a little bit tired, perhaps you're going to sleep earlier. I don't know what everybody's circumstances are, but at least for me, I don't have any kids. I don't have anybody that I really text outside of my friends. So there's nobody that's keeping me up late at night. I control my schedule with everything that I do, so I have been more intentional with sleeping in more and just allowing myself to be okay that if I go to the gym, I come back, I take a shower, and I want to take a nap, and I don't have a meeting or something to do, I'm going to take the nap because what I'm really there's duality in having been laid off and having more flexibility in my schedule now, where I have more open time in my schedule. So it's like I'm gonna take time to take a nap because I don't know when I'm gonna have this much free time again. And this isn't to say that I'm still not working on other projects. I definitely am. But extending grace to yourself, sleep more if you need to. Our body needs rest. We are not of service to anybody if we are not rested. So make sure that you get your rest. Another thing, during this time after my layoff, I'm allowing myself to feel my feelings more heavily. I've been so emotional, like crying a lot. I was in the middle of a conversation with my cousin the other day and I was just like, yo, I'm sorry. And I just like started crying. And thankfully she was just like, yo, it's fine because she knows what's going on. But this is just a reminder to like allow yourself to feel those feelings. Do not keep them bottled up because that's gonna not be healthy in the long run. And two, then you're just gonna go out and explode on somebody. And that's the last thing that you want to do. I'm very self-aware that I don't like to put attitudes on other people, especially if they're not being that way to me. So that's why I like to release my emotions a lot because I do want to be very careful with every interaction that I have with people, whether they be my homegirls, my friends, or people that I work with. I want to be very cognizant that I'm treating everybody with respect, the respect that they deserve. So make sure that you are letting go of those emotions, letting go of those feelings. It is healthy to cry. Men, it is okay to cry as well. I will hold space for you to cry. It is perfectly okay. So yeah, I've been crying a lot more. I've been journaling a lot more, and remaining consistent with this, with journaling and going to the gym as well. And my prayer meditation practice that I frequently talk about has allowed me to keep my mental health um, at a decent level. I'm not saying that every single day I'm like waking up and I'm like every single day looks the same. Definitely doesn't. But it has allowed me to still keep an optimistic view on life despite feeling down, like despite dealing with this seasonal depression. So, yeah, I will urge you all to release those emotions and find things that bring you joy. These are some of the things that bring me joy, and that's why I do them. But there may be things that bring you joy, roller skating, cooking, whatever it may be. Do those things. Allow yourself to do the things that bring you joy because we already know that we do enough things that don't bring us joy. And that's why we end up in these positions in our lives where we feel very drained and we feel very unfulfilled. So definitely do things that bring you joy and feel those feelings through. One thing that has been a huge help for me has been the gym. And I'll be completely transparent. People see me in the gym all the time, and every day at the gym has been looking very different. Well, I would say like about 2 months ago, I was lifting heavy. I'm lifting less now. I've been doing more cardio. I don't know the scientific meaning behind that, like depression equals doing more cardio. But I've been doing more cardio lately, and that has been peaceful to me. Like I'll be on the Stairmaster for like 30 minutes. I'll be on the treadmill for like another 30 minutes. And this has been okay for me, just being in constant movement. So again, going to the gym, while I know for some people it may be very difficult to actually get to the gym, start with workouts at home. And you don't have to be lifting 1,000 pounds. Start off with some yoga, start off with something slow, low intensity workouts. Start with whatever is best for you and start off at like 1 day per week if you are somebody that does not go to the gym. 2 days, 3 days, whatever you're most comfortable with. But start off at your own speed. Do not compare your journey to somebody else's because you don't know. You can't compare your level 1 to their level 58. You just can't do that. They might have been years in the game doing this. And I even have people all the time, they're like, oh, I wish I was like you. And it's like, I've been at this weight loss journey, gym, working out grind for the past 4 years, and I've been consistent for the better part of the last 4 years, but especially consistent for the last 2 years. It's taken me some time to get here. So don't compare your journey to anybody else's, but I do encourage everybody that is listening to this to go to the gym because it is extremely helpful for your mental health. I when I start I do my workouts in the morning and I've been able to remain more positive throughout the day because it's like I got my workout in the morning, I'm already winning the day. That's the way that I see it. I already worked out. There's a lot of people that probably haven't gotten the chance to work out or probably not work out today. And I've already done my due diligence. Even if it's 15 minutes on the treadmill, I still went and I showed up. I showed up for myself, and that's what matters. Another thing, while productivity is important, and I always tell people, like, use your time wisely. I talk to my students a lot about time management. It is most important for you to prioritize your mental health. If you do not have your mental health, you have nothing. Nothing. Nothing else is going to matter. You're going to be in the hospital and you're going to be like, damn, I wish I would have taken care of my mental. So take care of your mental health, whatever that looks like for you. And if you want to talk more about habit setting and finding things that work for you, do feel free to comment down any questions that you may have. Do feel free to reach out to me on socials at Geraldine Naomi. also linked in the show notes. I just think that it's very important that we talk more openly about our mental health and we acknowledge that we are not at 100% every single day, and that is perfectly okay. So, thank you so much, everybody, for listening to this, sticking through it with me. I hope you got some wisdom from this episode, and stay tuned for the other episodes. As always, if you enjoyed this episode, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're listening to this on YouTube. Um, Follow my show and stay blessed. As always, I love all of you and stay safe. I hope you all have a beautiful day.